Mongolia, a beautiful but rugged country. Mongolia is located in Northeast Asia, between Russia to the north and China to the south. Nearly 2.5 times the size of Texas, it is home to only 3 million people, making it the most sparsely inhabited nation on Earth. The sparse population can be traced to Mongolia's harsh climate and shortage of arable land. Situated on a plateau, its landlocked position places it hundreds of miles from the moderating influences of any ocean. Here, summers are short and winters long. Average temperatures in winter do not rise much above 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Rain is scarce, particularly in the south, where the famed Gobi Desert, site of many dinosaur fossil expeditions, spans the China-Mongolia border. With more than 250 sunny days per year, Mongolia has for centuries been known as the land of the eternal blue sky. Mongolia today is at a crossroads. More than a quarter of its people still follow the nomadic, livestock-herding life of their ancestors. But recent bouts of extreme weather and the allure of a modern lifestyle have drawn many to the dynamic capital city of Ulaanbaatar, where nearly half of Mongolia's population now resides. The collision of past and future in Mongolia drew international attention in 2003 with the release of a study drawing on the latest DNA research. That study found that 1 in 200 men in the world were direct descendants of a lineage originating in Mongolia approximately 900 years ago. The study's authors concluded only one man could be responsible for this genetic legacy. His name? Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was the greatest conqueror the world has ever known, a legendary figure, and in popular imagery, an incarnation of savagery and barbarism. The real Genghis Khan, however, is far more intriguing. He and his descendants created an empire that covered 12 million square miles, an area as large as Africa, and nearly 5 times the size of the Roman Empire. How did this illiterate outcast transform the feuding tribes of Mongolia into such a powerful nation with an army that ultimately stood poised to conquer Europe? Like the man himself, the answer is complex. Militarily, the speed, mobility, and accuracy of the Mongols' horse-mounted archers, joined with Genghis Khan's ruthless surrender or die policy, made his armies virtually unbeatable. But Genghis Khan's ability to maintain his rule and consolidate his gains also owed to his pragmatic approach to governing, a willingness to adopt and blend the beliefs and practices of others as they suited circumstances. At a time when dissidents in Europe were being tortured and burned, Genghis Khan forbade the killing of religious leaders and exempted them from taxation. He decreed complete and total religious freedom for all within the empire. Unlike other sovereigns, Genghis Khan never considered himself divine. He established a legal system that bound rulers to the same laws as the lowliest herder. Mongol women could divorce and own their own property, rights not enjoyed by women in other cultures of the period. He smashed the Mongol feudal system of aristocratic privilege, replacing it with one predicated on individual merit, loyalty, and achievement. Genghis Khan also instituted a Mongol writing system and developed paper currency. His empire constructed roads and implemented an early version of a Pony Express-type postal system, through which messages could be sent from Korea to Persia. The empire forged by Genghis Khan and his descendants would last barely a century before fracturing, but the influence of the Mongol conquests impacted the known world far longer. Some impacts were positive. The revival of trade routes such as the Silk Road played a major role in the exchange of technology, science, and culture between East and West. Other impacts of the empire's expansion were catastrophic. The slaughter and devastation wrought by Mongol armies decimated entire peoples. Millions were killed and entire cities destroyed. Some scholars believe population numbers in parts of Asia did not recover from the Mongol invasion for centuries. How then does one assess Genghis Khan? As a merciless ruler bent on massacre, plunder, and the spread of terror in pursuit of conquest? Or as a leader who resorted to force to free his people from the precarious life imposed by Mongolia's unforgiving natural environment? An accurate portrait no doubt includes both views. In the end, however, each of us must arrive at our own perspective on the life and legacy of Genghis Khan.